Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing the first chapter from the fashion studies book, that is History of Fashion. So what exactly is fashion before we start further in understanding the history about fashion? So fashion is something that talks about not just clothing, but it also talks about the society. It talks about the art prevalent in that area. It also talks about the design and the trends that are there at a particular time period. So one can say that it is not just concerned about clothing, but it talks about the whole society as one. And that is why it is also called as a social process, because it does mention and describe about the various styles and trends that become popular at one particular time period, at one particular area or location of a country or on a globe at one particular time period. The next term is apparel. Apparel is a garment that can be made of fabric, and this fabric can either be a knitted fabric or a woven fabric. It can be even a non-woven fabric, something like leather or vinyl. So it has to be a material that helps you make a garment or an accessory or a piece of accessory, and which is made up of a wearable material. The next term is costume. So what exactly is costume? The word costume has been derived from a word custom, which means that it is evolving from the environment and the customs of a society. And that is why we have costumes for particular time period or for particular occasions. Like for theater, you have a different kind of a costume. For movies, you wear different kind of costumes. But on a daily use, you wear apparel and you wear something that is fashionable. So clothing is something different from a costume, which is meant for a specific use. It can be for one particular ritual or for a particular performance. So it is worn at one time period, maybe once or maybe twice, and is not worn on a daily basis. It can be worn on an ethnic occasion. It can be worn to depict a time period of history. So clothing is for a specific use, for maybe a ritual or performance. It can be for ethnic or historical use, which depicts a particular time period or occasion. Now let's understand the next term here, that is clothes. So clothes are something that cover our body. It can be a garment. It can be something that is used to cover our body as a whole. Now the kind of clothes that we wear, it largely depends on the geographical location on the map where we fall. And as per that, we decide on the kind of costume or the clothes that we will be wearing. It also indicates the social status of an individual in the society. And it also depicts the religious beliefs of an individual. So in one part of our country, it can be people asking you to wear a particular kind of a costume, say a sari. And then the same sari, as it is worn all over India in different ways and manner. So it is the religion that makes you wear it or drape the same cloth in different ways. So items of clothing and accessory, they can be included in the vocabulary of clothing. So that's why I said accessories are also part of clothing and costumes too. Because without accessories, a clothing can never be said a complete clothing.